This conference will now be recorded.
There we go. So let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. This is the meeting for the Lake Stevens Sewer District for December 10th, 2020. It is a regular board meeting, and the time says 09:01, so we're just a tad shy of being on time, but close enough for government work, I guess, to that degree. So before we get started, I just do want to read a small statement that I think is appropriate. So, to commissioners, staff, and citizens, since this is a remote meeting, some initial comments are appropriate. As required by the governor's series of proclamations beginning on March 24th, 2020, the Lake Stevens Sewer District is holding its commissioner meetings remotely using the GoToMeeting platform. While this is not our normal way of doing business, we are glad to be able to do this to ensure continuous operations. Members of the public who are participating, we're very glad and grateful that you are here to support us and patient while we work through this interim way of doing business. The members of the public, we have invited you to join us via virtual meeting format of the GoToMeeting. The public comment section of our agenda will be handled in the following way. First, if any comments or questions that were received by email or through the customer service department of our office in a sufficiently advanced notice of this meeting, we'll read those during our public forum. Secondly, during the meeting, anyone wishing to comment during the public forum may use this chat box feature in the GoToMeeting platform, and you'll be provided an opportunity to comment also if you wish. Board members, we're going to take attendance by calling your name. Please indicate whether or not you can clearly hear me and others on the line. We need to do this, we need to do our very best to speak time so our note taker can take the minutes even though this is a recorded platform. So we'll go ahead and start by Commissioner Stevenson. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Commissioner Koshi.
Loud and clear.
Excellent. So with that being said, we've called to order. Let's go ahead and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. So the next item on our agenda is the approval. I don't know if there's any other additions. I know that we did get some last minute revisions sent out by Tara. So I hope everybody did receive that. It was just in regards to some financials along with the Tenelco contract presentation on item B under old business, but it is in the packet. So if you do want to take a look at it, you can scroll down and find out, but that is the latest agenda packet. I don't know if there's any others that want to add something. I know we'll have a short executive session, but I will look to the general manager and everybody to see if they want to add anything.
No additions for me.
None from the assistant. Okay. So with that being said, we can entertain a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
I'll make a motion. We approve the agenda as submitted.
It has been moved.
And I second that.
And there is a second. So first and second, hearing no further discussion on it, not seeing anybody wave their arms frantically like I've done something out of order, we'll go ahead and call for the vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And it has moved. We will go ahead and move down to our consent agenda items. I know that the commissioners probably have had the opportunity to take a look at that, but I'm not going to assume. So that being said, we'll entertain a motion if we are ready.
I'll make a motion that we approve consent items A through I.
It has
I
been
second
moved
that.
and seconded. So with that being done, any comments? Not seeing the other board members make any indication of that. Call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It has carried. Thank you, everyone. Moving on down, public forum. This would be the opportunity that if anybody would like to speak on any non-action items that we have going on or anything that they have on their mind, and give them an opportunity. But before we get started, I will look over to Tara and ask, have we received any comments from the public via email or chat, Tara?
We have not.
So we have not. Okay, thank you. So this is an opportunity. Anybody want to do that? They can either hit the chat function, raise their hand, see something. Well, I don't see anybody doing that. So Okay, well, I appreciate everybody's thoughts on that, even though they have nothing to say. We'll move on down to the old business, starting with item A, which is a public hearing on the Bachelor Door annexation request.
All right, so this will be a public hearing to hear comments regarding the SEPA determination of non-significance that was issued for the Bachelor Door annexation. The public hearing information and SEPA DNS was posted in 3 locations, and a legal notice was posted in the Herald. And the district has not received any written comments. And so, yeah, I think we're okay to recess or go into the public hearing.
Perfect. Any questions from the board members? Not seeing any. So just you'll want to go ahead and have us make a motion to just go ahead and move forward, setting a request or a meeting date.
I think we have to go into actually a public hearing. Brad can comment better than I can.
Yeah, correct. That's correct. Dan, you would open the public hearing and see if anyone has any comments. And after the opportunity for anyone to comment, you would close the public hearing. And then I don't know if you're going to, there's nothing on the agenda, I think, today to deal with the annexation, but you would open the public hearing and then hear what anyone has to say and then close the public hearing today.
Okay, perfect. No, appreciate it. So at this time, I will go ahead and open public hearing notice for the Bachelor annexation request. This is an opportunity by anybody in the public to make any comment for or against it, so that the Board of Commissioners and staff can understand where the support or lack thereof is at. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and open that and see if anybody wants to raise their hand, chat. Not seeing anybody move quickly. With that being said, I don't know if the commissioners have anything they want to comment on that.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I guess just looking at it, how about the city? Does the city have any comments there, Mr. Brazil?
No comments. Thank you.
Okay. Well, hearing none, being open, nobody's come out of the woodwork for us. I will go ahead and close the public hearing for the Bachelor Door request, annexation request. Okay, I guess we have met that part. We will set forward and move on that if there's anything else, but thank everybody for that. If we do get any written comments, I'm sure that the staff will let us know if something comes in, because they weren't sure of how the process went, but we'll go from there. Moving on down to item B. I'm sorry.
Item B is the 2021 Tenelco contract, which was sent to you. It's a 3-year contract for the filtrate disposal. It would be effective January 2021. And it allows for about 100,000 gallons per day. It limits it to 100 gallons per minute, requires a flow meter, which is calibrated annually. It changed some of the tests that we require for them to do. And then it also doubled the price per gallon over 100,000 gallons in a day. And then it also updated the insurance requirements. This contract has been approved by legal and is recommended by staff.
Perfect, thank you. Any questions from the commissioners on that? Not seeing any. We can authorize a motion, or entertain, I should say, a motion to approve the Tenelco contract. President.
I'd make a motion that we approve the 2021 Tenelco contract as presented. and authorize staff to be able to sign the documents as required.
And I second that.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded that we approve the 2021 Sunoco contract, authorizing the staff to sign. I'll call for the vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
It has passed. Thank you. Moving on to C, which is the GNO contract amendment number 29.
All right, I'll take that one. This contract amendment is for the design and construction management of the 20th Street Northeast and Business Loop Gravity Sewer construction. This project will consist of replacing roughly 1,600 feet of 10-inch sewer pipe with 15-inch sewer pipe. This replacement is necessary due to the existing condition of the pipeline being unserviceable in some locations and nearly unserviceable in others. The estimated cost for GNO's work is estimated at $111,780, and district staff recommends the contract amendment for approval.
Thank you, sir. So moving on over to the board, any comments, questions, concerns? I don't know if you guys have taken a look at that and had any input you wanted to add. Not seeing any. Okay. Entertain a motion to approve the GNO contract amendment number 29.
I make a motion that we approve GNO contract amendment number 29.
And I second that.
So it has been moved and seconded to approve the GNO, which is Gray and Osborne contract amendment number 29 for CIP E2-B, which is the 20th Street Northeast and Business Loop Road Sewer Utility Improvement Design and Construction Management Assistance. So with that being said, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, it has moved. Thank you, everybody, on that. We'll move on down to Grace Lane Paving Project, change order number 1.
That one's mine too. So the change order covers the cost of adding a 5.5 foot by 535 foot long walking path added to the scope of the project at the city's request. The change order has a lump sum cost of $10,500. This change order has been reviewed by district engineering and district staff and is recommended for approval.
Thank you again. Any questions, comments by the board? No,
Nope.
Seeing any. Call for a motion.
Make a motion that we approve the Grace Lane paving project change order number 1 in the amount of $10,500 for additional paving.
And I'll second that.
It has been moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion has carried. We're going to move on down to Grace Lane paving change order number 2.
All right, so this is a reconciliatory change order that reconciles 3 items that were over 100% quantities over the estimate. These items were in the minor changes. This item was exceeded due to additional striping and mailbox relocation due to the walking path addition. There's also we went over 100% of the estimate in the planning bituminous pavement. This item exceeded its estimated quantities due to an area near a manhole that needed some remediation. And there was also an overage in the hot mix asphalt, and it was around that same manhole. So district and engineering staff have reviewed the change order and recommend it for approval.
Thank you. Any questions, comments by the board members? Seeing none, we can entertain a motion to approve Grace Lane paving change order number 2.
I make a motion that we approve the Grace Lane paving project change order number 2.
I second.
So it has been moved and seconded to approve the Grace Lane paving project change order number 2 as recommended by staff and legal. So I'll call for the vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And it has been approved. Thank you. And last but not least, it looks like in the old business is F, which is the Grace Lane paving project progress payment number 1, which includes change orders number 1 and 2 under check number 8207.
So because change orders 1 and 2 were included in the progress payment, we needed the change orders to be approved prior to processing the progress payment. So the progress payment needs to be approved by the commission, and it also reconciles a check number that is out of sequence. District staff recommends progress payment number 1 for approval.
Perfect. So with that being said, entertain a motion to approve item F under old business for that change of Grace Lane paving project progress payment number 1, which includes the change orders 1 and 2 and out of sequence check number 8207.
And I make a motion that we approve Grace Lane paving project progress payment number 1, which includes the change orders 1 and 2 and the check number out of sequence, which is 8207.
I second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, call for the vote. All in favor? Aye.
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 Perfect. It has passed. Thank you, folks, for that. And we'll move on down to item 7 on the agenda, which is our new business. And item 8 under the new business is consideration. So I will let our Assistant General Manager present on that topic.
All right. So the district staff is recommending the commission consider the purchase of a product called a trailer caddy, which is essentially a souped up pallet jack, electric pallet jack that will allow us to easily move the biosolids trailer while it's being loaded. District staff reached out to several vendors to get quotes. However, we were looking for options that did not require a CDL or any significant amount of maintenance. So out of all of the vendors, we only received 3 responses, and of those 3, there was only one product that kind of met all of our requirements, and that was the trailer caddy. And it also happens to be the lowest cost option out of any of the quotes that we received. The estimated cost, or the cost of the trailer caddy, is $38,678, but district staff is requesting a budget not to exceed $50,000 for the purchase of any peripheral equipment, as well as to pay for shipping and tax.
Okay, thank you. Comments by the board members or concerns, questions?
The only comment I'd make is I appreciate the constant look at the OpEx side of purchases like this. I think that's really important. I also think anytime we can make it a little easier on staff to be able to move and transport the different pieces of equipment and products that we produce around more efficiently, I think that makes a lot of sense. So I'm supportive.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I'm in line with that also. Make it easier for our folks and give them the best equipment that will do the job. So with that being said, we can entertain a motion to consider purchasing a trailer caddy not to exceed $50,000.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of the trailer caddy by DJ Products in an amount not to exceed $50,000.
I second.
It has been moved and seconded to move forward with the consideration of purchase of this trailer, not to exceed $50,000. Any additional comments or discussion? Not seeing anybody wanting to do that. At least they're not waving their hands at me. I'll call for the vote. All in favor? Aye.
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 And that's moved. Thank you. And then we will move on down to a resolution under new business, which is under item B. It's resolution number 989.
So resolution 989 is an extension of the FOG grant program that we had. It was set to expire at the end of this year, and this resolution would extend those opportunities for grants for businesses to install their grease interceptors for until the end of 2021. Right at this point, we've only had 3 businesses that have taken advantage of the FOG program to date. Each one is limited to $10,000, but typically they're coming in about $4,000 to $4,500 in those grants that we've offered. So this resolution would just extend that for 1 year.
Oh, perfect. Have we noticed a considerable benefit with the restaurants that have taken advantage of that through the maintenance of the lines not finding them impacted with a lot of probably grease and other things?
So we're required by our NPDS permit to have a FOG program. All 3 businesses that have taken advantage of it so far are on that 91st line that we've had problems with. And so in our opinion, yes, it's been beneficial in order to get these in for a line that we know we have problems with.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. So with that being said, we could entertain a motion to approve resolution number 989, extending the and updating the FOG grant program through the end of 2021.
I make a motion to approve resolution 989, extending the FOG grant program through calendar year 2021.
I second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve this resolution. I'll call for the vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
It has passed. Thank you, everybody, on that. Moving on down to managers' reports. We'll start with the general manager. Welcome aboard.
Hey, thank you. Things are going really well. The transition has been nearly seamless with Tanya trying to get me crash course on Trained Up and everything around here. And I appreciate her ongoing support for that. I'm still working with employees, making sure I understand what's happening around here and working on some process improvements as we get going. For the Vernon Business Center, we have purchased and they'll be installed on Monday, some air scrubbers to sterilize the air within the building. This should help not only with concerns like COVID in the building, but also with things like pollens as we get allergy season going on as well. With that, we did have to update our thermostats, but with the increased efficiency of that, they're telling me that it's about a 3-year ROI on those things. So encouraged about those things. And then in customer service, they have done a great job right now. The VOA was able to obtain some CARES money in order to pay off some utility bills for our customers. So we have received for those bills $13,536.54 to help pay off some of our customers' bills that needed it due to impacts of COVID in the community. So that's great. And that's all I have for you today.
Thank you. No, that's excellent. It's great to see the community come together and especially these programs like Volunteers of America step forward to help, because there are a lot of people in need. So thank you. Anything by the other board members? Okay, let's move on down to the assistant general manager.
All right, so 319 connection fees collected so far this year, with 394 permits issued. Last week we had a comp plan coordination meeting in which Jean, Russ, and David Leventon from the city attended, and it was a productive meeting. We were able to confirm some of the assumptions that we had going into the comp plan regarding densities and highest best use, land use and zoning. So it was a good meeting. And the decant facility, they've begun some above ground construction. So we're seeing significant progress now, even with the wet weather. It looks good. And that's all I got.
Excellent, thank you. Any questions by the other members? Comments? Not seeing any. Thank you, appreciate it. Treatment plans update. I'm sure Jim somewhere's in one of these callers. I'm seeing, I'm not sure if he is online. I'm not sure. I just see the callers or a couple names, but I don't see any faces. So, Jim, are you there?
Yes, good morning, respected commissioners. Hope things are going good. For us, our membrane bioreactor semi-annual recovery is going very well this year, and so that's good. Our TMPs, which indicate how efficient and effective our MBR are very low, which is what you want. And so this is all working out really good. Jeff Bosch has made some changes here. And this year, unlike other wet season years, the filterability of the water through the MBR is very good. And so that means that so far this year, we are not challenged on the throughput, which is important because in previous years, we've had some issues. So I think that, along with the job that the collection system team is doing, has really benefited the treatment plant. So things are looking really well as we go to the holiday season.
Excellent, thank you. Any questions by the other board members? Comments? Perfect. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Move on to the city report. We've got Gene. Any comments or anything happening in the city?
Yeah, thank you very much, and good morning, everybody. The public workshop bid award happened this week by the city council, so that'll be under construction. We've created a temporary location within the existing shop for the staff to take their break and have lunch and the like until the construction is done. North Cove Phase 2 continues to move along real nicely. The deck is pretty well constructed. They still have a handrail to put on. The picnic shelter and restroom is up. They're doing the plumbing and electrical inside right now. It's looking good. Be glad to get that project wrapped up. We have a community project starting at 8 o'clock at Station 81 here on Hartford Road on Saturday morning. It's a sandbag project. The outfall, as you know, is always full, the lake outfall, because there's about 3 feet of sediment in that portion of the drainage ditch. And so we've come up with the idea of sandbagging about 300 feet there along the edge of Hartford, just to keep that water contained until such time we can hopefully get a permit to clean out that section of ditch. Permitting for something like that could take a year or better. So we have that project 8 o'clock if anybody wants to join. I did want to thank Mariah and Jonathan for sitting on the panel for the annexation meeting last night. I know those panels can be challenging and you guys did a fantastic job, so I appreciate your help. That's all I have.
Thank you, appreciate it. And that's kind of neat to see that you guys are doing that sandbag project along there. I know that in all the years that I was with the city, that area tends to be one of the first places. As soon as the water rises, well, it tends to fill in that little dip. So that sounds like a great project. And hopefully you guys get the hydraulic permit to get in there and clean that thing out, because it probably hasn't been touched in 70 plus years. So with that, let's move to commissioners' reports. Any of the other commissioners? We can start with Commissioner Koshi.
Nope, today, other than appreciate everybody's hard work on the team. Other than that, I'm good.
Excellent, thank you. Commissioner Stevenson.
I just appreciate everyone. Also, I just wanted to give a shout out to Mickey for helping me with my little Surface Pro. She's a whiz at everything she does, so I just wanted to say thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So, and also I just want to reiterate, thank you, staff. Thank you for everybody for the hard work. I know that we're coming into the holiday season and sometimes people have their minds on other things, but I know our staff just tends to keep moving forward, and really appreciate all the work that everybody's done. Welcome to being general manager there, Mariah. Very happy that you're in the position. You've got an excellent team around you. I know that everybody will be there to step in. I know that Tanya is still helping where she can, and that's great. That's awesome to be able to have that kind of transition, because that generally is not a way a lot of places do that. So thank you, everybody, on that. I know we do have a short executive session. I would like to have at least probably just 15 minutes. I know we have a collective bargaining agreement that is going to be coming up on one of our further approvals here, not this meeting, but the next. So I think there's some stuff we just need to have some conversation on, but I will let the legal Brad spit out the RCW on that so we can go into the executive session and have some minor discussions on things. So with that, Brad, please.
Okay, the commissioners will now recess into executive session for the purposes of discussion of two contract negotiations matters with legal counsel. The executive session is anticipated to last for approximately 15 minutes, so it should conclude at about or at 9:46. At the conclusion of the executive session, the commissioners will return to regular session, and the commission meeting will be adjourned without action and without an announcement. So, Tara, if you would close out the commission regular meeting temporarily and make sure that there aren't any other individuals participating in the executive session other than the persons that are supposed to be involved in the executive session.
Will do.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, looks like we're ready to go.
Yep, I don't know if Tara stopped recording and we're ready to go from there.
I gotta lock the meeting first. Hold on one sec here.
Okay.
Thank you, and then I'll stop.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, well, the Board of Commissioners are back in regular session at this time. It is 9:46, and we will go ahead and entertain a motion to conclude. I'll make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I second.
It has been moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
It has been approved. Thank you, everybody. Look forward to talking to others. Thank you, Brad. And we'll look forward tomorrow. And Mariah, I know you're going to kind of get us out a time and place. Or if we're all going to meet at the district building or whatever, but
It'll be virtual.
virtual. Okay. Okay. Well.